Anthony Marshall will be out for 10 weeks. It's been 11 weeks now. Is he going to play again this season?
I don't know. He's still with the medical. He's out of the pitch, but if he will be available, I don't know.
Do you feel let down by him at all? It feels like he could have been more supportive this season. The goals have been an issue. You've had a lot of.
We scored a lot of goals lately.
But you've got a minus goal difference still.
Yeah, but so first part of the season, there we had a lack of goals. But I think after the winter, we improved a lot in that fact. And I think the last games, I think from January on, we score in every game. And also lately we score more than one time in games.
But it's difficult for Rasmus, who's a young striker. He's come in, he was doing well, got injured. He doesn't have that support where if you wanted to give him a rest, you can't because there's not another striker.
No, that is no doubt that we counted on him. And you need two strikers in a league where we are in, or in say in the leagues. So we play in more competitions, so there you need more options. You need double positioning in every position. So and in some position we didn't have the choices this season. There was the striker position, there's the left fullback position, and that has a negative impact on the results.
Just following on from that, Erik, do you feel you went into this season then with enough firepower up front? With Rasmus, with Marcus, with Anthony Martial, do you feel you had enough goals there at the start of the season, or do you feel you should have had more in terms of personnel there?
So last season we were even shorter, and we came through the season very well. And so for the plan, I think it was quite logical to go into the season with an extra striker who we signed with Rasmus Højlund. And that should have been enough to cover everything.
But how vital then is it that you get a proven goal scorer in this summer then for next season?
I think it would help, as I always had in this plan. We constructed that we should have had enough goals. If you count them for the season, you count on goals from Ressi. Last year he scored 30. Yeah. You count on goals for Martial, and I have to point in my first season he played very well, and also in very important games he had a high impact on our performances. And then bringing a goal scorer as Rasmus Højlund in, it should have been enough goals.
Jamie.
Hi Erik, I get that your job is to manage whatever challenges come your way, but with all the injuries, Jadon Sancho thing, Anthony, Mason Greenwood, new ownership or not, Murta sort of leaving, do you ever just privately to yourself think, swear word, when is my luck going to change?
No. It's like the thing is, you have to be realistic, and as a manager, it's like a minister. You don't have anything you have in your hands. But by the end of the day, and that is what you have to accept, you are responsible for everything, and I take that.
I understand that, but the run of bad luck you've had is pretty off the scale.
It's huge. That is so. A lot went against us this season. See all the penalties we conceded last week, and it could have also been going in another way. And you think over a course of the season that well, sometimes you get one, sometimes you concede one, but it feels like this season we only concede.
Neil, with losing the late goals, does a nervousness start to creep into your players? You know, because it's becoming a bit of a habit. Do you feel that they get nervous towards the end of games about hanging on to leads and forget maybe what they're doing?
No, they don't. They don't forget what they're doing, and you should see positive after we got the 2-2 against Liverpool, and I think it was extra time. Was it 7-8 minutes? So there were another 16-17 minutes to play, and Liverpool went full for it, and we survived. So, and I have seen on many moments also this season where we can survive such moments. Just do your job, know your job, do your job, follow rules, follow the rules and the principles, and yeah, we will survive such moments.
James.
Erik, obviously Jamie's talked about all the issues and like the terrible luck that you and the club have had all season. Obviously John has now gone this week, and EOS are really trying to get a sporting director and a technical director in, but they're not here yet. This is obviously, this period now is very important going into the summer transfer window, which is obviously going to be important again for the club. Do you have a few worries and concerns about the challenges the added challenges it's going to create for you this summer in the transfer window?
So we are working. So the background on plans with scouting. So what we did do with our staff, we are working on our plan. So the plan is ready, but yeah, it has to execute. And yeah, I trust the new ownership that they will work as quick as possible, and they will bring new good structures and that they can execute.
And on that, if say a new sporting director and technical director come in and they don't necessarily agree with the plans that are being put in place, they want to make changes for you, could that be a problem? That you lose time, you have to change targets potentially, even if it's just say one, or is there any issues that could be there?
So we have good plans with I think also with quality players, and also you see now about recruitment. Onana is doing very well. Rasmus Højlund, everyone is seeing his big talent and potential. So you see we doing quite good. Martinez, everyone was hugely happy with him, and so there are others. So the recruitment is good, but if they have even better ideas, we are always open for, and always you have to judge if we have options, but they come with better options, we are open to fill this in. But we have a way we want to play, so we know our profiles exactly, so it has to match the profiles we want.
Last question, Chris.
Hi Erik, just following on from Jamie's question before, I mean obviously Ajax is a massive club with huge focus on what they do every day and the kind of football side of things, but what's happened certainly this season for you, as Jamie mentioned, with the off-the-field issues with certain players, the investment right the way through the season, right the way through until this week and John Murtagh going, did you expect the kind of issues that you've encountered at this club as much off the field as on the field, and has it surprised you just the kind of sheer magnitude of this job and what it entails?
Some things you can't expect. But as you mentioned, Ajax is similar. I don't know if you follow what's happening in Ajax. I don't think so, because the focus is not so huge from England there to Amsterdam. But there are also issues, and you can have the same problems, and you see the same patterns, and you have to deal with it. But some things, and in the question of Jamie, you don't. Can take influence as a manager on it, and it happens, and then you have to make the best out of it.
But you couldn't have foreseen this season what's happened for you and the club this season. When we were on tour last summer and everything after the first season seemed so positive and going in one direction, it feels like this season you've had to deal with a myriad of issues and problems that you couldn't have foreseen.
No, you couldn't expect this. But you have to deal with it. But this business, this industry is about result, and they only see many see only the result. But you have to see also what's underneath, and I see underneath, and I see the potential, I see the direction, and so I'm positive in the way we want to go, and we will be successful.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.